On this episode, we are going to talk about snacking and making it as easy as possible. Welcome to episode 18 of EFS TV. I'm Nathaniel Decker.
And Megan Osisco.
And today we're going to talk about just making snacking simple and effective and convenient. Because sometimes that's what we're all about convenience when it comes to making exercise and nutrition easier for our clients.
Yeah, we basically want to show you how we can simplify preparation of snacks and our favorite snacks to take on the go, traveling to and from work and all that kind of stuff.
Perfect. So let's get right into it. Let's go over, the first one that I actually like, because it's really simple and you don't have to cut them, is carrots. Baby carrots are actually a little bit higher in sugar content, but you don't have to cut them. So I'm looking for convenience here, and carrots are healthier than candy bars. So we're gonna cut open this bag. This is something that, to me, what's a serving size for you typically? I'm sure ours are a little bit different.
Yeah,
I usually go
about a handful.
Okay. I was gonna say I usually go for like 8.
Yeah.
With carrot, 8 to 10. So let's just open up one of these bags, and we'll just do a quick serving size. Perfect. That's about 6. There it is. So if you guys look to, and again, it can be a rough handful. I usually go for anywhere from 8 to 10 carrots. This is 8. So quick little bag, set that to the side. What you want to do is you want to plan out at least, and I know for myself it's different for everybody, it's going to depend on your schedule. For snacks and food, I always cook 2 times a week. I usually do Sundays and Thursdays. Those are the days that work best for me. So I always look at the next 3 to 4 days whenever I'm talking about preparing snacks and food. So what we'll do, let's prepare like the next 4 days. So starting with carrots, that's a good one. Let's get a couple days worth of carrots here. So if you want to do another one.
And the main reason why obviously both are in bags, we're just moving from a larger portion to a smaller portion, is when you just have a big open bag, you're likely to just keep eating them and eating them.
Right.
So if we portion size them right off the bat, you have your portion and that's what you stick to for the day.
I just had that conversation in a consultation last night actually. I was talking to them about eating what you have access to. And that's the difference maker. So always only give yourself access to the food that you need to eat and not necessarily what you want to eat.
Let's do one more.
Let's do one more carrots, we'll have 4, and then let's go into something a little sweeter. For anybody with a sweet tooth. Perfect. So, next up, do you want to cut this or would you like me to do it?
Sure, I can do it.
So we're going to go right into apples. You can use this if you want.
Oh yeah.
Real simple. With an apple slicer. Again, convenience. Just like that. Perfect. Now, what we're going to do with our apples today, rather than cutting up one apple at a time, which I know can get, that's, again, if we're preaching convenience to everybody, we want to try to make this as hassle-free as possible. So instead of cutting up apples every so often or every few days, it's always best to just cut what you need for the next few days, putting them into a container, and then you can go back to that container to add them to a baggie for the day. And it keeps them fresher that way too.
Right. Another way to keep apples fresh, because they will get a little brown over the next couple days. So adding just a little bit of like lemon juice or lime juice to help keep the freshness.
Perfect. So again, putting these in a Tupperware container, and then we'll have that container to go back to. Let's do one or a few here in a bag just so we're ready for today's. And then we can go back to that container, add them to a Ziploc bag, and we'll have it for tomorrow, the next day, so on and so forth. So, now the last snack that we'll go over, let's move these out of the way here, lid on it. Real simple and easy, is celery. So, cheated a little bit. Instead of buying an entire stock, we just bought the ones that are already cut. Just gotta open the bag real fast. So again, what we're gonna do with celery stalks too is we're gonna cut these up, put them in a small container, and then be able to go to the container to fill up our baggies for the day. It just keeps it a little bit fresher that way. So add them in here like so. Now, as far as what to eat the celery with, we have some natural peanut butter here. This is always a good option. What else do you eat with celery?
I eat celery and carrots, or it's usually hummus.
Okay, I was just gonna say I love hummus.
Apples would be maybe just a little bit of cinnamon.
Okay, so for peanut butter, let's just use this one. We actually set aside, and this is important too, especially with something like peanut butter, usually a little higher in calories. What we want to do is make sure that we're portioning ourselves with that as well. So if you have a small container available, put the peanut butter that you need in there. That way you can measure it out, maybe 2 tablespoons. And then you don't have any more access to that peanut butter. It's all about what you're giving yourself access to. Perfect, so put the lid on that. And then honestly guys, it's really as simple as that. It took us about, what, 3 or 4 minutes to come up with snacks for the next 3 or 4 days. So really is that simple. Again, limiting your access to what you have, what you have available to you to eat for the rest of the day. And just putting them in the correct portion sizes.
Yeah, another good idea, block it off on your calendar, just like you would exercise. Give yourself about a half an hour just to plan snacks for your week.
All right, so that's it for today's episode, and we'll see you guys next week.